Hi guys, it's Heather with Makeup by Heather B. I am so excited to share with you this video on summer trend makeup. So I wanted to keep it very easy, clean, basic. So what we saw kind of that's in trend for summer is more of that clean makeup, very light, with a pop of color on the lips. So don't be intimidated by the length of the video or all the products we're using. This really can be a quick and easy 5 to 7 minute look. You can take out the contouring and just do everything else. But really you can tailor it to however fast you need it to be, but it can be a pretty quick, easy look. The other thing I'm so excited is that we are showing you HB Cosmetics in the video. So this is my lip product line that I just started. This is called Bora Bora and Lip Candy, and it's part of the summer collection. So there should be a link around here somewhere to show you where to buy it. If not, it'll be in the description box. But make sure you go and buy it now because it's only a limited item, and so we won't have it for very long. But I hope you love this look. And here's to an awesome summer. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by prepping our skin. So we are going to be using by Pixi. This is called the Glotion Day Dew. So a little bit of this on just to give our skin that nice hydrated glow. I like to just use my fingers. But this is nice. It just gives your skin that highlighted, glowing look. So it's perfect underneath of your foundation. Awesome at Target. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is we're keeping this very, very simple because clean makeup is simple makeup. So I'm all about that. Quick and easy. So on the eyelid, we all have a little bit of discoloration or veins or redness. So what I like to do, even on my days off when I'm not wearing any makeup, is I like to take a little bit of MAC Painterly. This is what I use in all my videos. It's their paint pot. And I like to just take a little bit of this on all over my entire eyelid. And what that does is it just kind of helps to even out my eyelid so that it just, if you're someone that has redness or dark eyelids, it's going to help just to make it look a little bit more finished opposed to just a bare eyelid. So we're going to put a little bit of this on all over, making sure it's nice and smooth. And it's literally going from the lash line all the way up to the brow bone. Just like that. So this is an awesome product. They have ones that have a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of color. You can always do those too, but again, we're keeping it very super clean, okay? So we're gonna move right into the face makeup. So I'm gonna use my face primer now that my moisturizer is soaked in a little bit. This is by Urban Decay. It's their Optical Illusion Primer, so it's gonna have a little bit of a smoothing quality to it. So if you're someone that has larger pores or a lot of texture on the skin, this primer is just gonna help to kind of smooth everything out for you so that when you go to put your foundation on, everything looks smooth. My mom likes to call it spackling cream so that you just fill those little holes in and those little lines, and it just helps to make you look even younger. So we're going to get this on all over, and once that is on, we're going to move through and go to our concealer. So I want to have that really highlighted under eye look, but sometimes if you do your foundation and then concealer, it can look kind of out of place and not blended. So we're going to go through with the concealer first, which is normally backwards. Normally I do it the other way around, but this concealer, it's a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone. It's the shade Light, and it's by Too Faced. It's called Born This Way. Super easy applicator. Little lip gloss wand here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my concealer on, kind of in like a little triangle almost underneath of my eyes. Like that. And then I'm also going to put it in the places where I want to be highlighted. So down the center of my nose, kind of over my Cupid's bow, center of the chin here. And then you could also do a little bit on the forehead if you wanted. And what I'm going to do is just go back through with my finger. Didn't mean to, wait, am I flipping? No, I'm not flipping you off. I got a little worried there. I'm going to go back through with my finger and just kind of blend that in. And just kind of push that product into the skin. Making sure that it's nice and blended. I do like this concealer. It has a really good coverage to it, but it's not very heavy, which I like. And again, like I said, if you go about a shade or 2 shades lighter than your actual skin, it just gives you that really nice highlighted look. So we're going to blend in all the other areas. So down the center of the nose, Cupid's bow. You don't have to blend them in super well because we're going to go back through with foundation. All right, so we want to have glowing skin, right? So who better than that than NARS? I always think of glowing skin when I go to my NARS products. So this is the Sheer Glow by NARS. Awesome foundation. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. This particular shade is Santa Fe. So in case you're wanting to know shade-wise, that's what it is. I'm going to go through with my crown brush. This is the C436, the Duo Fiber Blender. Amazing brush. It has to do 2 different types of hair, so it really works the product into the skin to give you more of an airbrushed look while applying your foundation. So I like to just get it on the back of my hand, get the tips of the brush in there, and we're going to start kind of on the cheek area, and we're just going to go kind of buff the product onto the skin in little circular motions so that it kind of blends really well. I always take it down the jawline so you don't have that weird foundation line. Same thing on the forehead, just going in circular motions. This brush is my absolute favorite. You've noticed, if you've watched some of my videos, you'll notice that I've been using a lot of crown brushes. Their quality is absolutely amazing, and I love their brushes. They just have done a really good job with their brushes. And so you'll notice me using them a lot. So just going to keep blending. All right. Now, the great thing about this brush is you can build your foundation coverage. So if you're doing this, it's going to kind of shear it out a little bit and just spread the product. If you have places that maybe you're breaking out, dark spots, something you want a little bit more coverage on, you're just going to dab your brush like this with your product. That will give you better coverage. But this is kind of on how I like it. So we're going to stop with that part. And we're going to move on to just kind of setting that with a little bit of powder, a little bit of bronzer before we move on and do some contouring. So I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier. This is their Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. So it's just a nice little bronzer. I'm going through with my crown brush, the 401. This is their large pointed powder. It's nice and fluffy, and it has a little bit of a point to it, so it's nice for precision, but also it's nice and fluffy, so you can just kind of lightly get the color on there. So I'm going to dust a little bit of this on all over my entire face because I want to look like a bronze goddess all over. And you can put as much or as little as you want on. I always blend down the neck so that it blends well. But a little bit of that on. Now we're going to go through and do some highlighting and contouring. All right, so moving on, we are going to be doing some contouring with the NYX palette. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's like, I got it for $20 on Amazon, but you can get it for like 25 bucks at Target or something. Very inexpensive, more so than a lot of other palettes that we're seeing out there. I love it the most, and I have more expensive ones. So this is an awesome find, and it has more colors. So score. So we're gonna go ahead and go through it with this. I'm gonna use my crown brush in the 521. It's got kind of a nice firm, flat surface to work with. So we're gonna go through and do some contouring. Now, when you look at this, I know some people get super overwhelmed with all the colors. I like to mix my colors when I'm applying it on me, but if you're super dark skin or really tan, kind of going more towards this end is going to be better. If you're a little bit more fair, obviously the lighter ones are going to be better. So what I do for my skin tone is I like to mix these 2 shades. This one's a little bit warmer, but this one is also a little bit cooler. So they kind of balance each other out. So I like to kind of get my product on there, and I always tap off my brush so that I don't have too much on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and almost in like a little line here, get my line. So that looks a little much, but we're going to go through and blend it, so don't freak out when you're doing it. We're going to go through and get the other side on there. And I like to kind of do around my hairline as well too. So I kind of take the product and just push it into the hairline and like right around the temples. You don't even need to add more product. You're just kind of using what's left over, okay? So once your product's on there, I like to take a tissue, kind of tissue off my brush. We're going to go through and just kind of blend this out. So I'm just going to go back and in a circular motion to blend these lines so that they're a little bit softer. And I always kind of blend upward, never downward, because you don't want your cheeks to look sunken in, but always blend upward. And then with the hairline, we're just going to really press that into the skin and just kind of go back and forth. Now your pointed powder brush is going to be awesome too, because you can kind of take it and blend out the product like so. Okay, so literally when you're contouring, especially with powder, it's all about the blending. So don't feel weird to just keep going over and over the product if you feel like you can still see that harsh line. You want to be able to see it, but you also don't want to have streaks all over your face. So you can do it as harsh or as natural as you want. But again, this guy is going to be your best friend to just help to blend out those lines. Just keep going. I promise you it will work out. Don't wash your face and start over, because this can be your little best friend in saving you from any crazy lines. All right, so now we want to just go through, set our highlight with some powder. So I'm going to use my crown brush in the 530. And with this particular palette, again, they have all these light shades. So it's like, how do you know what to do? This one has a little bit of shimmer to it. So really the only time you want to use this one is if you're going to add like a little bit of a sheen right here on the cheeks. I like to mix these two underneath my eye area. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this on there. And I'm just going to apply it underneath, and that's going to kind of set my concealer. And then down the center of the nose, Cupid's bow here, and then there. That basically just sets your highlight a little bit so that products don't run, and so it looks a little bit brighter. Your product doesn't crease or anything like that. We're going to add blush now. This is, of course, if you watch my videos, you know, one of my favorite blush brushes by NARS. I don't even know what it's called, but it's an awesome brush. I'm going to go through with the Morphe palette in 9N, and I like to mix my blushes. Well, this one is a little dirty because I use it all the time. But I'm going to go through and mix, I'm going to do a little bit of these two right here. So, I like to kind of start on the apples of the cheeks and brush back in a circle. So I'm totally a blush girl. So I'm going to just go ahead and just get a lot of these on my brush. Go back in a circle. Just to get that color on there. Again, you can do as little or as much. This palette is awesome, whether you're fair skin or dark skin. It has a lot of different options of colors. So I love this palette. It's just great to have in your makeup bag. All right, once your blush is on, we want our cheeks to have that beautiful, soft, highlighted glow that is so in trend right now. So we are gonna go through with Anastasia's Glow Kit. This is amazing. I love, love, love her products, but her glow kits are awesome. So again, it has multiple shades. I'm a mixer. I like to mix. What can I say? So we're going to go through with that same brush we used under eyes to set our powder. You don't need a million brushes. We're going to use the same brush. And I am going to take a little bit of this one called Dripping in Gold. And I'm just going to go on right above my blush. So I've got my contour, my blush, and now I'm doing a little bit of this shimmer, just to give my cheeks that really soft highlighted look so that when you turn in the light, it just has that pretty glow, because glowing skin is healthy skin, and that's what we want, okay? Same thing on this side. We're just going to apply it kind of right above the blush area, almost in like a little C shape around the eye area. And I like to go through then with Sunburst, which is this lighter color. I try to be really careful with that one because it is lighter. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of this above that, just for that added dimension and like that added pop. So a little bit around the eye area. I'm going to take a little bit of this down the center of the nose, and I'm going to really concentrate this on the Cupid's bow so that, one, it's going to make your lips look fuller, but it's also going to just give you that nice highlight down the center of the face. So, love this product. It's awesome. Okay, now we are ready to apply our mascara. Again, we're keeping the makeup super clean. So we're not even doing eyeliner on this look. So I'm telling you, like, this has taken us a while because I've been explaining it, but I can do this makeup in 5 minutes and keep it super simple, super easy. So we're gonna go through with our mascara. This one is by Maybelline. It's called Lash Sensational. Hello, it's amazing. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm obsessed with Roller Lash by Benefit. I was out one day and I was at Target and I saw this and I was like, that looks like a good mascara. I'm obsessed, and it's only like, I don't know, $7.99 or something. It's very inexpensive. So Good drugstore find right here. So we are going to go through with the mascara and apply this, and it might take me a few minutes because the look is nice and clean and natural. I like to really work my lashes to get them nice and full and fluffy so that they look amazing. Okay, so how amazing is this mascara? I love the way it makes my lashes look. Really curls them and kind of separates them so that they're nice and fanned out. But still look amazing, but kind of natural and not clumpy. So, love that mascara. The very last thing we're going to do is add our fun pop of color on the lips. So, in case you haven't heard, I am so excited to have launched my very own lip product line. So, it's called HB Cosmetics. You can get it online on my website. And I am going to be using today the color called Bora Bora. It's kind of a nice orangey red color. Awesome for summer, very in trend. So we're going to go ahead and apply this first. Okay, once that is on, we are going to go through with lip candy. It's kind of like a corally gold, so it's awesome for summer to throw on top of lipsticks, but especially for this look, I wanted it to be very summery and bright. So we're going to just put a little bit of this gloss on top. And there you have it. There is your summer trend clean makeup with a pop of color on your lips. If you don't have a lot of time, this is awesome. And it's a great way just to be done up without having to have a ton of makeup. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed.